Hey, what's up YouTube? Today we're looking at the Nerf Dart Tag Speedswarm. This is a new full auto 10-shot dart blaster, and it's new for 2012, and it resembles the Swarm Fire, actually, like the design of the blaster, but it's of course more compact. Just to give a quick size comparison, there's a Swarm Fire. That's the Speedswarm. So you can see how much smaller this is compared to that gun. Now this one runs on 6 AA batteries, which are installed right in the bottom here. Not quite yet. Six AA's that go right in the bottom. I can leave that off. And one thing to note about this blaster is that it runs very slow. It's a slow firing gun, but the ranges on it are really good, and you'll see that later when I do the test firing of it. But the gun itself is fairly compact for what it is. There's no on-off switch. You pull the trigger and that starts things up, starts the motor, which, you know, does all the work. The internals are similar to the Swarm Fire, and go ahead and take a look at the internals now. The screws are, of course, around the cover, and it all comes right off. This outer yellow shell can be removed. There's actually one screw that's holding that on, and you remove that screw and this cover can snap right off. So right there. And here you can see the internals, which are fairly simple. You get your battery tray and switch that starts the motors, and there's really not much to it. Just for a quick size comparison, I have a Swarm Fire's gearbox and internals, and the Speedswarm is only very slightly smaller. So it would be nice to integrate into another blaster because it is a smaller gearbox, but it's not that much smaller than the Swarm Fire. It's just the Swarm Fire has such a big turret on the front of it compared to the Speedswarm. And really that's about it to the internals. It's real simple. Everything's contained inside the gearbox. As far as the plunger tube and all, they appear to be about the same for each gun, which is why they get very similar ranges. I tested ranges between 35-40 feet. There was a few, I took about maybe 40-60 shots. There were some shots around the 30 range, but the majority of them was between 35-40 feet. So it gets really good ranges, but unfortunately it shoots really slow, and it's not the quietest blaster. But you know, I'll show the firing later. But really that's all there is to it. It's a fairly simple gun, not real complicated. It is fairly compact. You know, you got your loop back here if you want to clip it on to something, another loop here, and I'm really not sure why they decided to go with a blue trigger, but they did. And really that's it. So let's go check out the firing of this blaster. Alright, now for the test fire. Like I said, there is no on-off switch, so your trigger pull starts the blaster. As you can see, it is quite powerful. Ranges are between 35 to 40 feet, which is pretty good. Unfortunately, it is extremely slow. With the dart pegs in here, it can, you can't use streamlines unless you remove them. But as far as ranges, it's very good, but unfortunately, like I said, it's extremely slow. I'm sure modders will find a way to speed that up, but for the price and how compact it is, it's actually a very decent gun. There you have it. That's the Nerf dart tag Speedswarm.